Tonight on the Big Snow Beast TV, when good emergency brake cables go bad. Yeah, guys, that's oh, yeah, but I'm getting there. I'll show you what I got under. I got the cables just in there loose there. I won't get them all fitted today, but they're guided in there. I had to cut some. I had to just grab the channel locks and cut it out. Oh, what a pain in the ass this is. It's still going quicker than the other stuff, but then that was a pain in the ass. That was a severe pain in the ass. That is Hades itself right there. Yeah, so, but I'm getting close, guys. I'm getting really close. I'm gonna hopefully within a day or two be able to get everything adjusted and go take it for a test spin. Make sure that door isn't locked. I can only get in one door. That door, I think, might have to strap that door closed too. We'll see. But I'm getting there, guys. Brutus the road Brutus the snow beast is just about fixed, and it's taken me a long time. Now, all in, okay. So let's go see. I'm gonna go see what time I'm at there now. Probably about 2-3 hours into it, just trying to get stuff. You know, like taking stuff apart without busting stuff. There, my poor girl. 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours in, I got the two cables out. The forward cable, I'm going to leave it. It's going to be such a fight to get that out. I'm up against the weather window of, like, it's really cold right now. Not like super freezing, but cold enough when you're lying on the ground and it's still wet and everything like that. So basically, the cables from, yeah, what are you doing? There we go. Sure that. Oop, gotta kind of do this one. There we go. There. Okay. It's hard to do that one-handed. Got to lift up on the door because the door sags. If not, it won't clip right. And I almost going to get that one finished. Hopefully, the next day or two. So I think I still have a couple more days to work on this. So all in all, I'll say I've got. Let's see. I'll probably have 20 hours of labor doing everything. That's brake rotors, cables, emergency brake, or the cables, calipers, brake pads. Probably about 20 hours worth of work, taking off the rotors, all that stuff. Most of the time was like, the time is spent disassembling things more than assembling. Putting things back is a lot easier when it's clean and it's new and all that, but when it's like in that condition, you can see how rusted that was, but you can see how screwed up these things were too. They were just completely frizzled. So yeah, but it's taken me 4 months to get around to put 20 hours worth of work in, just because I've been so busy. But the thing is we're in November now, and I just realized I got 3 bungee cords on here. Look at that. I should put them on the inside so people don't steal them on me. But this thing's ready for a scrap metal pile, Dad. Look at that. Got the lawn tractor right to the back. There's some scrap metal right there. So, whew, that is chilly on the fingers. As long as the weather window gives me today, tomorrow, the next day, I should have it up and running. I already did one test run and everything locked up on me because I didn't have the cables in. I thought I could get away with it, but I couldn't. Now I got the cables sitting there. They, you know, like where they're supposed to go. I just got to guide them a little better, then tie them up a bit more once I hooked in. But the big thing is, if I can get this thing to work again, I don't know if I will be able to, but if I can, then I should have this thing back together tomorrow. If not, I got to go hunting for another piece, which is another more time, right? So you can never rush a mechanic job. You really can't. It just it's done when it's done. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because you get so frustrated. And I got to tell you, this was a frustrating job. I mean, those were frustrating. Every part of it's been frustrating. It's not so much that the work is frustrating. It's working on the ground in a tight spot where you can't move and you don't have the proper tools. And is what it is. But as you can see, there's the 2 new cables in there. The other 2 cables I'm going to leave because they seem to be fine. So yeah, they're not clean, whatever, but they're not frailed and like this. These are all frailed and worn out or whatever. So I don't know if they weren't tied up right or they just rubbed over the years. That's probably original equipment, I would imagine. So either that'll be done. As long as I can get everything adjusted. I still think I got a bit of an air bubble in the brakes themselves. Then it's just a matter of drive the crap out of it. I still got to hook up the outside handle on this door, and that's good. And then after that, I'm into the forward stuff, such as, I still got to put proper tire pressure on there. But other than that, the forward stuff will be basically power steering hose, deal with that problem because it leaks. On the return, get that fixed. And then the last thing to do will be the Hemi leak. There's so much power in this engine, it can't be contained. It's leaking. The power's leaking out, which creates the Hemi tick. That's what it really is. People say it's like a lift failure or exhaust screw. In this case, it's the exhaust came out. But, the exhaust header bolts on these Dodges are notorious for just breaking, and I guess they just get rusted out and they break or whatever, and then you get the Hemi tick. But I like to think of it as that the power is leaking out because there's so much power in the Hemi that it just oozes out in a ticking form. I said that. All right, anyway, okay, yeah, so I'm going inside now because I am freezing. Still got Paul's little hot rod for, I was going to give it back the other day, but there's a stick in there. Where the hell did the stick come from? I have no idea where that stick came from. There's a stick in Paul's car. Okay. But anyway, I got to give this back to him sooner than later. I guess what I'm going to do now, while my day's not done, I'm going to throw in another load of wood with Freddie. I had dreams last night of making Freddie here, the big red road beast, into a drag truck. If it doesn't go on the road next year, it will be a drag truck. But I'll see. Somebody asked me why I didn't, why I didn't fix the mighty Ford. The subscriber knows who he is. He's been a subscriber for a while. He's a not local, but he's within my region anyway. And he has some nice toys. I've seen some of his toys. The truck, the reason why I don't fix the Ford up first before Brutus, so Freddie's got, the reason why he's on hold for now is because he's 2-wheel drive. That's the only thing I don't like about this truck, is the 2-wheel drive. And of course, having to fix all the rust and stuff. But other than that, this truck is pretty awesome. Plus, I'm going to have to fix the header exhaust because it's got that last metal run, or that last, we'll just say that last straightaway home, things got noisy. Things got really noisy. Had something to do with the truck doing theoretically 90 miles an hour just to see it blow some carbon out of it before I park it for the winter. So I will park that one for the winter. I don't know what's going to happen with the box with that, but if that other box, I'm going to go look at it again now that I'm starting to get some time for myself. I'll go look at it again and see if I can basically, if it's worth buying it. Like if it looks like because it's all there, it's not like it's the same paint and everything, the same size box. It'd just be swap them and that's it. But that box, the inside is rusted enough that I got to scratch it and see, okay, is it just underneath, the rust just hasn't come through yet or whatever. But that's another video for another time. So this is the priority, get him back on the road because he's 4x4. And around my area, I need 4x4. I know there's people, I drive 2-wheel drive. You just need 800 pounds in the back and good studs on your tires and you're good. Not where I go. Not like where I go, sometimes 4x4s get stuck. So it's just because like you go into like do a roof or a cottage or something like that. It might be like 2 feet of snow that you have to park in, right? Stuff like that because it doesn't get plowed all the time. So yeah. Now this thing, it's like a tank. It'll go through just about anything, but it's also like a tank. When you're stuck because it's so heavy. So I might consider finding a cheap winch for this thing. Just so if I do go into some place this winter, which I'm going to try to take the winter off, but I'd like to get at least up to January, work up to January, and take January and February off. But if I'm not, well, it is what it is. But there's still like a lot of metal runs left to do for the season. I got here, and then maybe some of my relatives might have some scrap metal, which would be nice. Could do all this close to home. And then there's the big ski hill to get that one done. But I'm not going to haul metal with this thing until I know the brakes are 100% safe. So I'm probably going to drive it for about a week before I grab that last bits of scrap metal for the season. And that'll pretty much tie up my season. And I got a few other jobs that are now on hold. So it's kind of like everything's up against that weather window clock of snow. So it's just I want all the parts on there and adjusted so that when it does snow, I'm not lying on the ground in the snow trying, because it's miserable enough now. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things, like there's always a delay. This is the hopefully the last delay. Then it's just a matter of getting them adjusted properly, and then I should be good to go. All right, there we go. That's where we're at. That's what happens with good brake cables, emergency brake cables go bad. Tune in tonight. Dun, dun, dun. All right, have a great day.